Hey everyone, welcome back to New Comic Wednesday, where I show you what I got for comics from both Marvel and DC for this week. And as you can see, there's not a lot. There's only 3 comics on the DC side today. Nothing new from Rebirth, really small week from DC. So let's go over Marvel first, and then we'll come back to DC. Now I'm still fairly behind on a lot of these titles, so forgive me that I'm not caught up yet. I am still missing about 120 comics from that 6-week period where my shop had an issue with Diamond and got cut off, so I will fill you in on what I can. And outside of that, I'm gonna kind of just ramble about videos I'd like to do and some rough ideas, channel names, things like that. So let's just get started here. Right off the bat, we've got Spidey and Deadpool number 6. I've been really enjoying this. I'm only 1 issue behind on this, so I'm on number 4. This issue is written by Scott Aukerman. I believe the layout and art's done by Riley Brown. Pencils by Riley Brown. And I'm a big fan of Riley Brown's work. And Scott Aukerman, for those of you who may know, if you've seen Comedy Bang Bang, that's his kind of comedy show that he's most well known for these days. I actually don't know that he's done a whole bunch of comic work before this. I may be wrong. Feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, this has been a really fun book, guys, as you would guess from the characters involved. And then here we've got the issue number 2, the follow-up to the now infamous Captain America Hydra heel turn. At the end of the first issue of this, spoiler alert, we saw Captain America hail Hydra. Circumstances under which I will not discuss in this video, because I do have a video coming out specifically as just kind of like an ASMR ramble reaction to them doing that to Cap, and what I thought of it and what I think will come of it. So I haven't read this yet, but by the time I put out that video, probably in the next 4 or 5 days here, I will have read this and have more of an opinion for you, because this follows up that aforementioned heel turn. So here we've got the all new, all different Avengers, issue number 11, written by Mark Waid. And then we've got Black Panther, issue number 3. This has been a really good read for anyone who's, I've only read the number 1, but for anyone who's interested in Black Panther, those of you who are not reading comics and may be interested after seeing him in Civil War or all the hype that's around him now. So, yeah, I think you guys would enjoy this. I'd recommend Black Panther. Daredevil and the Punisher, issue number 2. This has been really good. Charles Soule is just killing it on all the work he's doing right now. I'm really enjoying his stuff. He's one of the busiest guys in comics right now, and for good reason. This is a great read, and I hope to do a video on this somewhere down the line. Probably not in the near future, but somewhere down the line, unless you guys would really like to see that. And if so, let me know. Here we've got Mockingbird, issue number 4. And I have only read number 1 and 2 of this, but so far have been enjoying it. For a character I don't overly care about, they've done a good job of keeping a fairly interesting narrative, I think. Plus the art is very vibrant. Here we've got Hyperion, issue number 4. I've only read issue number 1 of this, but I don't know if I'm going to keep reading it. I've kept picking it up because I haven't decided yet. So my opinion on Hyperion is not settled yet, not totally made. But that being said, I mean, if you're new to comics and you want to try out everything, go nuts. It's kind of, if you guys haven't noticed yet, what I do is pretty much buy everything and give everything its fair shot. And if it doesn't pique my interest, then eventually I'll stop collecting it. Here we've got Star-Lord, issue number 8. And this is basically one of my favorite books with Marvel right now. All of the Guardians of the Galaxy related books have been very enjoyable, in my personal opinion, at least. Just give you a brief look at some of the art here. It's written by Sam Humphries, with art by Javier Gran and Will Robson. Yeah, I've been enjoying all the Guardians titles. My interest in Guardians, I think anyone who says they were a massive Guardians of the Galaxy fan before the films came out is just a flat-out liar. I'm willing to say that pretty much. If you were, good for you, but you're one of few. The Guardians weren't much of anything until the movie came around and piqued interest, which, as a comic reader, I enjoy that. It's fun to hear people who don't read the book's opinions on something that I've read for quite a while. So it's always nice to hear opposing opinions on any subject matter. Here we've got the finale to X-Men, the worst X-Men ever. And for those of you who don't know, this is the story of Bailey, a mutant whose superpower is basically just to explode. And when I say that, I don't mean once. I don't mean twice. Sorry, I don't mean twice. I don't mean 3 times. I mean once. Bailey can pretty much blow up and die. That's his mutant power. Interesting read. I'm on issue number 3. I'll let you know what I think. Extraordinary X-Men number 11. I'm kind of over the all new, all different X titles right now. They're just not piquing my interest anymore. Venom Space Knight has been really good. Oh, maybe not really good. Maybe I over-exaggerated that. Venom Space Knight has been enjoyable for my tastes. If you're reading the other Guardians titles, it makes sense to read it. If you're reading everything, it makes sense to read it. And if you're a fan of Venom in any way, shape, or form, just the symbiote, maybe not Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock or anyone else, you're just more of a fan of the symbiotes themselves like I am. Yeah, I enjoy this for that reason, so if you are one of those people, I recommend it. Here we've got the toy variant for Darth Vader issue number 22. silo. And then we've got the standard cover here. You can hear the birds chirping outside. Sorry if that bothers anyone. Here we've got the Uncanny Inhumans, issue number 11. This is another Charles Soule written title. And Karnak on the cover, who I have been undecided about until about issue 4. Now I've decided that I like Karnak, so. Captain Marvel, issue number 6. While the Civil War II titles are front and center here, I am going to be doing Civil War II videos. I've got the house free to myself this weekend, and it's a long weekend here, so I get 4 days of empty house to record, and I'm getting the girlfriend to take the dogs, so it'll make it a little easier. Yeah, so I'm going to get a bunch of stuff done this weekend, a couple of Rebirth readings, maybe a couple of Civil War II readings / discussions, maybe just previews / discussions, but yeah, just wanted to mention that while that was out. Here we've got Silk, issue number 9. And Silk's been really enjoyable. I'm doing a video on Silk at some point. I feel like I say that a lot, but I do have a big schedule written down. I should show it to you guys eventually. I have a big schedule of videos that I want to get done, and I guess it's not so much a schedule as just a list of ongoing ideas, and the thing is I only write down the ideas that I actually want to use, and so far the list is just incredibly long. The joy of making comic-related videos is I have all my props. I have everything I need, minus better lighting. So it's easy for me, so I have a lot of ideas batting around in my head. Here we've got Spider-Man, issue number 7. And this is, of course, Miles Morales, after the Ultimate Universe was absorbed into the main universe, following Secret Wars. This is written by Brian Michael Bendis, who's one of my preferred writers. I really enjoy what he does. And I feel like he is one of the most polarizing writers in the industry. There is a very vocal group of people that just despise the guy and can't stand his work. And then there's a very vocal group of people who really do enjoy his work. And I'm one of those people. So, yeah. I did a preview, I believe, of the number 1 of this. If you'd like to go back and check that out, feel free. Let me know what you think. Here we've got issue number 4 of The Amazing Spider-Man and Silk. Which I haven't read any of so far because I haven't gotten the number 1. It was one of the ones that I missed in that big comic drought, I'm calling it. And lastly, we've got Spider-Gwen, the first annual. And I've really been enjoying Spider-Gwen. I think it's a really different and unique take on a version of a character that we've all kind of grown with and enjoy. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. And I really, really, really want the new pop figure that just came out. So that's it for Marvel, guys. Just put these aside here. Birds are getting loud. Forgive me if that bothers you guys. All right. So here I have This is a continuation of the Dark Knight saga by Frank Miller, Brian Azzarello, I always forget Kubert's first name, Andy Kubert, Klaus Janson, and Brad Anderson. And this cover is by Brad Anderson and Andy Kubert. I have not read this yet, but I've been, as a fan of the Dark Knight saga, I've been really enjoying these. The covers have been outstanding. I have the book 4 hardcover, the Jim Lee cover of the Joker standing with his fingers against the prison fence, putting his lipstick on. I'll show you guys that one in another video. It's really cool. But I highly recommend this to anyone out there reading or not reading comics. Go pick this up and give it a read. You'll enjoy it. And I'm sure if you haven't read the previous books in the series, you can get a hardcover of all of them put together for like the deluxe edition. I think is like $50. So go ahead and try and find that. That came off a little odd. But yeah, go ahead and try and track that down and give that a read as well. You'll enjoy it. Here we've got issue number 7 of The Legend of Wonder Woman. And I believe this is the final issue in a 7-issue miniseries. I've read 3 issues so far and been really enjoying it. I've always been a fan of Wonder Woman. And it's nice to see her kind of, not that she didn't used to, Wonder Woman's always gotten a lot of attention and been one of the most, I guess at the front lines, female characters for DC, the Trinity and whatnot. But it's nice to see Wonder Woman really getting taken care of right now and really doing a good job. Just have a peek at this really quick. I'm not going to read any of the dialogue so as not to spoil anything, seeing as it's so far in. But you can see the art's very vibrant. It very three-dimensional in a way. It stands out more than most, at least in my opinion. Jeez, that should become my new channel name at this point. The amount that I say it. Yeah. So that's that. And last but not least, we have the 3rd Grayson annual. Grayson is following Dick Grayson, now an agent of Spiral, has retired as Nightwing, and that will change because we are getting a Nightwing Rebirth one-shot and ongoing series, I believe starting in either late July or mid-August, something like that. So I'm very excited. For any of you who know me or don't, I'm a huge fan of sidekicks. Dick Grayson and Jason Todd being like first and foremost for me. So I really enjoyed this. Some people didn't, but I did. So for a brief look at it here. Harley. So now that all that's done, guys, a couple of ideas I have. I'd like to know if you guys are interested. Please comment below and tell me. As someone who's just recently, about 3 months ago, I binge watched all of Game of Thrones, and I'm totally enamored by it. Being a comic reader and fantasy reader, I love anything with an immersive universe. And somehow I just hadn't started watching it. I don't know how I put it off for so long. But now that I have watched it, I am... excuse the noise there, guys. Now that I have watched it, I'm I'm kind of into everything, so I've bought some things off friends that are big fans of the books and just kind of got over the little phase of it. So I now own all 5 books. Very nice, small, cheap leather bindings. Um, I own a full map set of all of both Westeros, Essos, like the entire known Game of Thrones universe, Dorne, Bravos, kind of everything. It's really interesting. I really enjoy playing with it. There's even a big map that shows you where all the characters journey throughout the books. I own the history of a world of fire and ice, I think is what it's called. It's just a big history of book, kind of all the previous events leading up to basically all the things that are mentioned in Game of Thrones, and more of an expansive history of the universe, families, and characters. So that's really interesting. I've also got a ton of pop figures and stuff like that. I actually, before I even watched the show, I had collected some of the pop figures just because they were really cool. Trying to think what else. I've got Civil War 2. That video is coming out. Like I said, Captain America will be coming out this weekend. The Steve Rogers Captain America, that is. Yeah, I feel like I've just got so much these days. The other thing that I have, I don't know if anyone would be interested as far as Game of Thrones go, is I've just fallen in love with the graphic novel set. The art is absolutely stunning. I actually can't remember who does it, but I read through the first one in one sitting. So if you guys are interested, I could maybe do a reading of the Game of Thrones graphic novel set. So yeah, you guys let me know if any of those things interest you. I know it would interest me to make a video of it, but I figured I'd ask because it can be kind of a polarizing show. So, what else? Channel names. Been batting a couple channel names around in my head because, let's face it, comic book ASMR is extremely straightforward. As great as it is for the search bar and stuff, I'm just not at the point where that kind of stuff matters. So I feel like a cool, maybe personal name is something better. I was thinking when I started my channel, it was originally called Rain City Reader ASMR because of where I'm from. It's kind of the nickname for the city I'm from. So that was originally what I was doing. I don't really know what else. I really can't think of anything. If you guys have ideas, feel free to post them in the comments, and yeah, we'll go from there. So this has totally been like a 4-minute ramble at the end of a halfway decent video, so sorry for that, but I hope you guys enjoyed that quick glance through what I picked up for new comics this week, and just nice to be making these videos again. The response to the last two has been overwhelming. Thank you guys for the messages and comments, and yeah, just really, really, really great of you guys to support the channel in a way like that and support me. So thank you guys very much, and peace, love, and hugs. Be well.